Hello, guys. Welcome to this episode of the Blueprint Revolution with Nevers. First of all, let me just share a bit about what the blueprint is all about. So when we talk of the blueprint revolution, we are talking about revealing God's original plan, God's blueprint for mankind, so that together we can realize his dream and fulfill our purposes on earth. You know, God had a plan when he created man. There is a reason why we are here. There is a reason why he created us. He envisioned something. So in this blueprint revolution, we just try to review and to expose people to God's original plan, original intention, so that we may realize what he intended and what he planned for, and also fulfill our purposes here on earth. So today, I just want to share something about conformity. You know, conformity or fitting in. It is very, very important to understand the place of conformity in life, because as human being, we have this need to conform, to fit in, to be accepted. There is this longing in us to fit in, to be accepted by others, and also to be like others. But if we don't understand the place of that longing, of that desire, it can become dangerous to us, and it can be an hindrance to us fulfilling our potentials and also living a life that is worth living. So here are just some few points that I've taken down that I feel may help us. So conformity or fitting in is one of the greatest hindrance to external living. There is a tendency in us human beings of trying to fit in with others, even though we were created to be different from everyone else. This is profound. We need to understand, friends, that we were created different from everyone else. We are unique. Each human being is unique because each human being has a specific purpose which they have to fulfill. So your purpose your purpose determines your production. Your purpose determines your design. The way you are is because of why you are, as one man used to say. So you are the way you are because of why you are. So your purpose determines how you are designed, who you are. So since you have a specific purpose for you, you are different from everyone else, because no one else has the same purpose as you. Your purposes, maybe the purposes of two people may be in the same line, but it is not exactly the same. So since they are not exactly the same, that is also how you may be alike or look alike, but you have different purposes. Even twins, they don't have the same purposes. This is very important. So you are created to be different from everyone else. So trying to be like others becomes a danger to us, because it is killing our originality, and also it suppresses our talents, certain talents and abilities that we have, from coming out. Why? Because we are trying to do what others are doing. So we are living in a generation where being different is considered weird, and a lot of people are looking at their differences as misfortunes instead of a blessing. One man said that you are paid for your difference and you are fired for your similarities. This is a profound statement. You know, there is this tendency of when we focus on what others have, on becoming like others, at times we tend to look down or trivialize what we possess, the talents, the abilities that we possess, because we are admiring others. You know, I have this friend of mine is really good at singing, is really good at singing and at composing songs. And there was a certain period where I was wishing like to be like him, because I felt like me, I'm nothing, because I was comparing myself to him. So that was bothering me for a period of time, and I was looking down on myself, not until I realized that me, I was good at the teaching of the word, preaching the word of God, and I'm good at communicating. Then I realized what I carried that rebelated me from that feeling of feeling less of a person compared to the friend of mine. So that's what happens most of the time when we focus on others, what others have. We tend to look on what we possess, the abilities we possess, the talents we possess as misfortunes instead of blessings. So look, don't so much let us celebrate other people's differences, other people's gifts and talents, but also but not at the expenses of what we possess. You know, it's very important to do that. So everything people are doing, i.e. dressing, the cars they are buying, etc., they are just copying from others. Not that copying from others is bad, but copying from other people at the expense of the real you or your true self becomes bad. Yeah, we can copy from others, we can admire what others have done or they are doing, how they dress and everything. But when we begin to do that at the expense of who we are, when we begin to do that looking down on what we possess and who we are, then that becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. So it is very important that we look at what we have been given, and then celebrate what we have, celebrate others, because when we celebrate others, we won't begin to admire them in the sense to this extent that we admire them at the expense of ourselves, but we will celebrate them, and where we need those abilities and talents which they possess, we can hire them for that. And the last point I would love to talk about is do not desire to be like everyone else when God has created you to be different. There is an omission there. So there is this tendency, there is this story in the Bible. The children of Israel, there was a time that came when they cried before God through Samuel. They said, may God give us king like everyone else. So they looked in the environment where they were living, in other nations, they had their own kings and everything. So they asked for a king like every other nation, not realizing that at that particular time, God was their king. And because God was their king, that was what made them above all people, above all nations. But when they said, give us a king like everyone else, in other words, they were rejecting God as their king. As a result, certainly a lot of problems came out and everything, all those things that we see happening. Why? Because they did not realize what they had. Most of the time, we admire what other people have because we don't realize how much we have. We don't realize the worth, the value of what we possess, of what God has given us. So each one of us, you were born, you are not a mistake, you are not an accident. You were intentionally created, designed by God, and He has given you different abilities. He has given you unique abilities so that you may fulfill that which He called you to do. You are not called to do what another person is doing. There is something specific which God needs you for. And because of that, so He has given you abilities according to that assignment, according to that purpose which you have been created. So friends, it is very important for us to really understand the abilities and the giftings that we have. It's very important that we realize our purposes. We realize, in fact, it's not our purposes, it's the Creator's purposes for our lives. Because He's the one who created us and He's the one who had a purpose for us. So those abilities that we have, He has given us those abilities because of the purpose He wants us to fulfill here on earth. So that's it. Conformity can be dangerous when we conform at the expense of ourselves. Conformity. Friends, there is more to life. So I end here with this video. If you have questions, comments, leave the comments, bring the questions, And if you have maybe a certain topic that you would want me to make a video about, leave it in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you so much for taking time to watch and listen. And also, may you subscribe and like the video, and also share with your friends if you love the content or if the content has helped you in one way or another. Thank you so much, guys. Stay blessed.